Today's topic, I just thought about like how do we actually deal with heartbreak? Like I'm gonna tell you how I dealt with my heartbreaks. And yeah, this doesn't have to work for you, but we're all human. We all love, we love relationships and being with people. Well, some people just use people to get what they want. And unfortunately, guys, but when we experience heartbreak, it's a time for us to grow because we've fallen apart. Basically, it's like you've fallen apart and it's time for us to rebuild ourselves the way we want to. And that's what heartbreaks do. They give you that elevate your life. Technically, you just need to elevate your life. So that's what I'm gonna tell you, how I've dealt with my heartbreaks. Number one, I cut all communication with the guy, with the ex, whatever it is. Like I just cut all communication. I don't mean like we're not talking and I still have his number and I can still see stories or status. No, I mean cut, like unfollow, guys. Unfollow. If you need to block, okay, this is very important. Mute, burner, everything. I just cut all communications. I don't check stories, I don't check statuses, nothing. Another step, which is step 2. Okay, guys, I don't have these steps, so if I forget which step I'm on, please forgive me. I didn't script anything, so I'm just gonna talk. Another way I heal through this process is to not want revenge on this person. As much as I can think, or what, okay, tola, for those who don't speak Tswana, means that you will regret. You are going to suffer. You are going to burn in hell. You're gonna get bumped by a car. I hope you have a shitty day every day. I hope the next girl treats you like... Don't do that. Instead, with that same energy, wish them well. This is what I do. Every time if I thought of someone and I just got angry, I switch it up. Don't forget that feelings are polarized, right? And it's the way you label them as to how you behave or how you charge these emotions. Sadness and happiness are the same thing. They're just on different ends. They're like polarized. That's what they are. So it's the same energy, same feelings. It's just contrasted. So you can take that energy and put it into something positive. So wish them well. This is what I say every time I think about this person and I get worked up. I just take a breath, I calm myself, and I wish them love, peace, and abundance. And I repeat those words: love, peace, and abundance. I wish you love, peace, and abundance. Love, peace, and abundance. Love, peace, and abundance. I repeat it as many times as I can until I think about these words upon myself. I'm taking my energy back. I'm taking everything that I'm wishing upon this person. I'm taking it back to myself. And it reminds me that this is what I want for myself. Align with these words, because this is who I am. This is what my highest self would do. My highest self is not a hater. My highest self doesn't go bashing people. No, my highest self is somebody who's full of love, full of joy, full of abundance, full of peace. So if I'm going to wish other people hatred and all of that nonsense, it means it's gonna come back to me, and I don't want that for myself. Chill. No, who wants that? It's not easy. Like I said, like it's really not easy. This process it takes a while, but you need to just remember that like you've gone through other shit in your life. This is one of the shitty things that you can get through, and you will survive. The fact that you're still watching this, you have survived. You just need to tell yourself and declare upon your life that I will always do better, and do it for yourself. Another way to heal through the process is talking to someone that you trust and that you love. If you don't trust anybody, talk to a therapist, psychologist, I don't know, a stranger, I don't know. But if you do have the right support system in your life, talk to them, or journal, or take a video of yourself talking about this, and just vent. But give yourself time to vent. Make time to vent. Because when you keep venting, whenever you think about them, or whenever you feel like, this person is on my mind, and you're just going to talk shit about them, then already you're doing this wrong, because all of your energy your energy is going to this person, and you are reliving the experience over again. Don't forget that your brain does not know the difference between reality and what you're thinking about. Think of it as a dream. When you dream and you're getting chased by a lion in the dream, you're probably not even moving in your bed, but when you wake up, you're waking up sweaty, your heart rate is big, because that's how your brain works. You have the same reaction as to if it was happening in real life. So your brain does not know the difference between reality and what's happening in here. So make sure that you vent in a healthy way and don't just go emotionally dumping your experiences upon people. When you do talk about this person, where you do vent, speak about it like it's the weather or a past experience or something that you've learned, that you've benefited from. Take it as something positive. Don't give it so much energy to a point where it starts changing the way that you feel and it ruins your day. It changes your mindset and you're like, because what does that mean? You've clearly given them so much power over you. Then you know that's you've got work to do, so it means you need to do better. And there's nothing wrong with understanding that you need to do better. If you're all aware of this and you can point it out, then by all means you are on the right track. Okay, so if you really need to vent, I would suggest journaling or speaking on a voice note or something like that, so that you can actually just get it out of your system. Because that's why we do this. It's in our system and it needs to come out some way, somehow. If you need to cry, gosh, oh gosh, please cry. Please cry. Please don't pretend to be a bad bitch or to be a bad boy. Please. If you need to cry, cry. Every person's journey is different, so we all deal with things differently. Some people have really gotten to a mature stage where they really don't have to. They just have good experiences with men because they don't attach themselves to them. Yeah, so that's the topic for another day. You leave the relationship gracefully, and because they understand themselves, they understand where they are emotionally, and they move on with life. Certain people is like, girl, like you are drinking too much these days, or there's just something abnormal happening where they're trying to take out this anger on something else. Maybe they're working too much, so there's balance to this whole thing. You just need balance. You need to hyper focus on yourself. This is another point that is very important. Be self-obsessed, girl. Like, be self-obsessed, because no one is going to do that for you. No one is coming to be obsessed for you. No one is going to rearrange your life the way that you want it to be. No one is coming to do that. No one is coming to save you. Be super obsessed with yourself and focus on you, period. Because when you're focusing on you and you can pour into yourself, it's very easily to pour into others, because you'll be overflowing of self-love, of self-care, self-motivation, self-trust, self-everything. Listen, that should have been my number one key point, is to self-obsess. I know some people would think that this is being obnoxious and you're basically like worshiping yourself. Well, sorry if it sounds somehow. Healing has no time frame. You have to heal at your own pace, heal in your own space, and just learn more about yourself as you go through these processes, or this process. And another thing, do not suppress your emotions. Feel them. Go through the motions. Do everything that you need to do to heal. Please do that. Get into projects, girl. Like, give yourself a project to do. If there's something that you love and you want to explore, do it. Give yourself a project, give yourself a task. There's nothing more than I love than a project. What I love about our brains, the more we give ourselves information or we learn about things, there's this, I don't know what it's called, but I'll just put it somewhere here. Our brain has a little gardener, right? When you make space for new information, it kind of flushes out the information that it doesn't need anymore. So the more you focus on things that give you excitement, that give you joy, that give you peace, that give you love, it's gonna slowly, eventually just throw out the things that you don't interact with anymore. And one day you're gonna be like, oh, God, this person exists. Have you ever had those moments where you're like, oh, I dated that person. Oh, that was my friend. Oh, that was... Because why? You're not focused on that anymore. You are giving yourself projects. Monetize on your hobby. Teach yourself something new. Learn about something that you've always wanted to learn about. Like I said, this is time to rebuild ourselves. Like, take advantage of it. Another thing I would really, really, really recommend is to be mindful. Be mindful of everything and be grateful for everything that is around you. Because we like to stress about things that aren't even in front of us. Like, be mindful of your surroundings, look around you, and notice the things that are beautiful. Notice the things that you love in your presence. Notice how you feeling. Like, always check on yourself, you know? And treat yourself the way you want this loved one to treat you. If they were not calling you or checking you once in a while, or they ghosted you, do the opposite of that for yourself. Check on yourself. Call yourself if it was possible, but check on yourself. Check how you're doing. You have a phone, get onto a notes app and journal. Ask yourself how you're feeling, how you're doing. Are you good? Have you eaten? The way you want someone to cater to you, cater that to yourself. Take yourself out on dates. Buy yourself some flowers. Buy yourself that chocolate. Just give into yourself the way you want that particular person to give into you. The things that they couldn't do for you and the reason why you had to leave, honor that and then bring it back to you. This is all about taking your power back and having better experiences in future relationships. If you are thinking of dating again in future, you know where you stand. You understand your self-worth. Oh, this is so important. Know your self-worth. I don't even know how to emphasize more on that, but I think with you understanding yourself and just filling your cup, you'll understand your self-worth, and it will be easy for you to just cut people off that don't need to be in your space, in your life, in your aura. It will automatically happen. So yeah, and also just give yourself a lot of grace. Give yourself grace. Be merciful on yourself. Don't think that you can skip step 1 and get to 10. And sometimes you're going to take some steps back, because sometimes you're going to be in this space where you feel like crying about this person again. It's just going through the motions. Do it. It's okay. It's cool. But don't forget to always give yourself time to do the things that you need to do. So yeah, that's all I need to say. I hope you get through this with love. And yeah, the best way to let someone go is with love. That's the best way. Don't fight with them in your mind. Don't fight with them spiritually. Send them peace, send them love, send them joy and abundance, and give it back to yourself as well. Yeah, I'm sending my love to you, and I hope you heal. And yeah, guys, peace and love.